You know what's wild? Most people see a packed stadium, a bustling mall, or a sold-out concert and think energy. You see the same thing and think escape route. And before you spiral into thinking there's something fundamentally wrong with you, let me stop you right there. Your brain isn't broken. It's just running a completely different operating system than the people around you. So if you've ever felt like an alien at a music festival, or wondered why everyone else seems to thrive in chaos while you're drowning in it, this video is about to make everything make sense. Let's get into it. Profile 1, the signal processor. Your brain is a supercomputer in a world of flip phones. Imagine walking into a crowded space. For most people, their brain immediately applies filters. It's like Instagram for reality, smoothing out the rough edges, blurring the background, making everything look manageable. Your brain, it's recording in 4K with surround sound, no filters, no edits, just raw, unprocessed reality hitting you all at once. Everyone else walks into a party and hears music. You walk in and hear the bass vibrating through the floor, the high-pitched laugh from the kitchen, the ice clinking in glasses, the shuffle of feet, the hum of the air conditioning, and someone's phone buzzing 3 rooms away. It's not that you're hearing things that aren't there, it's that you're hearing things that are there that everyone else's brain has decided aren't important enough to notice. Studies show that about 15 to 20% of people have what's called a low sensory threshold. Your nervous system reaches full capacity, way faster than the average person. It's like having a phone with limited storage. You hit your limit while everyone else is still downloading apps. And here's the kicker, this isn't a bug in your system, it's a feature. Throughout human history, the people who noticed everything were the people who kept the tribe alive. You're not overly sensitive, you're highly perceptive. There's a massive difference. Profile 2. The Truth Detector. You can't unsee the performance, and it's exhausting. Here's what nobody talks about. Crowds aren't just physically overwhelming, they're psychologically exhausting because everyone is lying. Not maliciously, but lying nonetheless. Everyone's pretending they're having more fun than they are, pretending they're more interested than they actually are. And you can see every single crack in the facade. It's like watching a movie when you can see all the green screens and the stunt doubles. You can't just enjoy the show because you're too busy seeing how fake it all is. Your brain is constantly reading micro expressions, body language, tone shifts, energy changes. One person says, "I'm fine," but their shoulders are tense. You caught it. Another person laughs, but it's half a second delayed. You noticed. Research from Yale University found that people with high emotional intelligence often report feeling more drained in social situations. Why? Because they're doing twice the work. They're managing their own emotions and unconsciously processing everyone else's. You don't hate crowds because you hate people. You hate crowds because you're the only one at the party who's actually paying attention to what's really happening. And what's really happening is usually a lot less fun than what everyone's pretending is happening. Profile 3, the Energy Economist. Your battery drains at 10 times speed, and nobody believes you. For extroverts, social interaction is like plugging into a charger. They walk into a crowd at 20% battery and leave at 80%. For you walk in at 100% and leave at 15%, wondering if you'll make it home before you completely shut down. Extroverted brains get a dopamine hit from external stimulation. Your brain runs on acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that rewards calm, focused, internal processing. Putting you in a crowd is like forcing a solar panel to work at night. You're just not built to generate energy in that environment. And the energy drain isn't just from socializing, it's from constant decision-making. Do I make eye contact? Do I smile? Do I join this conversation? How long before it's rude to leave? Every tiny choice depletes your mental resources. And in a crowd, you're making hundreds of these choices per hour. Scientists call this decision fatigue. Meanwhile, extroverts aren't thinking about any of this. They're just vibing. You're running complex social algorithms in real time while they're on autopilot. Studies show that introverts use more glucose, literal brain fuel, during social interactions than extroverts do. You're not imagining it. You really are working harder than everyone else in that room. Profile 4. The boundary guardian. You feel everyone's everything, and it's not optional. When you're in a crowd, you're not just experiencing your own emotions. You're accidentally experiencing everyone else's too. It's called emotional contagion, and for you, it's cranked up to maximum volume. Someone near you is anxious. You feel it. Someone's angry. It seeps into your nervous system. It's like your brain has no firewall. Everyone's emotional data just floods in, uninvited. Research shows that people with high empathy have hyperactive mirror neurons, the brain cells responsible for understanding others' emotions. Walk into a crowded room, and your mirror neurons are firing in every direction, trying to sync up with every person in your vicinity. Think of it like this. Everyone else is listening to one song at a time. You're in a room where 50 songs are playing simultaneously, and your brain is trying to hear all of them. This is why you need so much recovery time after being in crowds. You're not just recovering from the social interaction, you're recovering from the emotional labor of carrying everyone else's unspoken feelings. You're not weak, you're not overly emotional, you're just wired to feel more deeply than most people can comprehend. Profile 5. The sovereignty protector. You've realized something most people spend their whole lives avoiding. You don't need crowds to feel alive. You don't need constant stimulation to feel valuable. And that terrifies people. Because society says, if you're alone, you're lonely. If you're quiet, you're boring. If you prefer small gatherings, you're missing out on life. But you've discovered the truth. The best version of yourself doesn't emerge in chaos. It emerges in stillness. While everyone else is chasing external validation in packed rooms, you've figured out that the most important voice you'll ever hear is your own. And you can't hear it when you're surrounded by noise. This isn't about being antisocial. It's about being self-sovereign. You've claimed ownership over your time, your energy, and your peace, and you refuse to hand it over to spaces that don't serve you. Most people are so afraid of silence that they'll drown themselves in noise just to avoid facing themselves. You've done the opposite. You've sat with yourself. You've gotten comfortable in your own company. And you've realized that you're actually pretty great to be around. That's not isolation. That's liberation. So the next time someone gives you grief for skipping the crowded event, for leaving early, for choosing a quiet night in over a loud night out, just remember this. They're not living your experience. They're not in your nervous system. They're not processing what you're processing. You're not broken. You're not boring. You're not missing out. You're just built for depth in a world that celebrates noise. And honestly, that's exactly what the world needs more of. So tell me, which profile hit home for you? Are you the signal processor, the truth detector, the energy economist, the boundary guardian, or the sovereignty protector? Drop it in the comments. I want to know. And if this video made you feel seen, hit that subscribe button. We're building a community of people who get it. People who understand that there's nothing wrong with you. You're just different. And different is exactly what makes you powerful. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.